that's all some really good advice, empathy, and podcasts, and AVR is a great tool. How about some bad advice? Did you ever get some bad advice along the way? What would you caution folks against?
It's not your fault. There's nothing that you did. More sex is not going to make it go away. Forgiveness just doesn't work. Forgive and then trust. A lot of women, once they get to this point, they've been told all of this noise, and we're teaching them to start trusting their intuition, their gut, that pit of their core being. And I think what I would boil it down to is that if there's something within your very core that says, it does not feel right, I don't know if I can do that, that's probably bad advice.
Yeah, that's really good. And I want to go back to the forgiveness thing that you were mentioning, because I go back there because it really is so prevalent, in comments I get from, in faith-based communities, and in comments that I get from listeners to this show, that just forgive. And we can just kind of riff on this a little bit, Kim, for a minute. Number one, you can't forgive if you don't know what you're forgiving.
True. Right?
And does that mean you have to know every single little gritty detail? No, but generally, right? Like, what happened here? And then secondly, and you mentioned this as well, that I think there's a huge difference between forgiving someone and trusting them again.
Absolutely. Yep. Let me use an alcoholic. Like, you can forgive your husband for coming home and having drank a beer if he's a recovering alcoholic. That's one thing. But to trust that he's going to exit the home and not drink again, that's a very different process.
It's very different. Say a guy who betrayed, he's having a hard time with this. She hasn't forgiven me. I'll say, well, let's imagine that you have a business partner, y'all own a company 50-50, and, things just aren't quite adding up. And then you find out that for the last 3 years, he's embezzled, $1.5 million, and he's stolen that from you. You could forgive him. Does that mean you have to go right back into business with him and act like it never happened? Forgiveness and reconciliation are different.
Absolutely.
I would say.
Yep.